Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing an all-time favorite of a lot of people. I'm always having people call me and ask me how do I make my hot water cornbread. So today I'm going to show you how I make my hot water cornbread. Okay, so let me go ahead and go through the ingredients. I have in here some Martha White cornmeal mix. So I'm going to use the Martha White cornmeal. I have flour here. I have cornstarch and salt. And in this tea kettle, I have hot water. Okay, this is all that I'm going to use to mix my hot water cornmeal. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll do, let's see, this is a cup. That's one. I'm not going to make a whole lot. Maybe 3 cups of this. Yeah, 3 cups is more than enough. There's your 3 cups of your cornmeal. That's Martha White. That's my favorite of all the cornmeals to use for hot water cornbread. Of course, depending on what you're going to make. I use that also for my regular cornmeal from scratch. Now this is flour. I'm going to use, let's say a half a cup. Let me see what that looks like. Yeah, a half a cup. That's enough. That's enough. And then I'm going to use, in the cornstarch, I'm going to use, this is a 1/3 cup. 1/3 cup of cornstarch. The reason why I like to use the cornstarch is because it makes the outside nice and crispy. Okay, and so we're going to use just a little bit of salt. That's probably a teaspoon of salt. That's all they need. That's all you need to start your hot water cornbread. And the only thing that's missing is the hot water. And so let's make a well. Blend this up. Let's make a well. Now you can, if you want, you know, some people do put garlic powder, onion powder, maybe some all-purpose seasoning or something like that. I choose not to do those. I normally have hot water cornbread when I'm eating greens or beans or something like that, which is already flavorful, and so you don't really need to do much. Just like almost like making dumplings, you don't need a whole lot of stuff in them to come out with a good dumpling. So you don't need a whole lot to come out with really good hot water cornbread. And so I'll show you the consistency you need to have. Of course, I'm going to be adding more hot water to this. This is definitely not enough. And this tea kettle was completely full. And all you need is a wooden spoon to stir this up. You don't really need anything else. Don't use a mixer or a beater or anything like that. You don't need it. Okay, this is still not the consistency I want, so I'm going to add more hot water. I grew up on hot water cornbread. My mother made it all the time. This tea kettle is just about empty. So this is about just about right. This hot water is actually cooking this cornmeal. Okay, I think that's enough water. I think that will do the trick. Now, once you mix this up, you want it to set for about 5 minutes. You don't want to go right into the oil with this. And the oil that I'm going to use today for this is going to be some Wesson oil, vegetable oil. You can taste the salt in it, so that's just enough salt. It's perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to let this set for just a few minutes. Just let it set for a few minutes, and then I'll meet you at the stove. I'm at my stove now, and so I'm going to go ahead and start forming my little patties. My patties are never little, and I'm using a cast iron skillet. Right now I have it on medium. I'm going to turn it on even a little bit lower than that, because you know cast iron holds heat. And if you don't, just be careful, you'll burn up something. So we'll flip them over once it turns golden brown on the side, on the cooked side. We'll flip it over, let it golden brown, and then we'll take it out, put it on a rack so it won't soak up any more oil. So we'll put it on a rack so it can cool down. And then we'll be back. I'll be back when I put in another batch. So I'm going to go ahead, this first batch, I'm going to start turning it over. And you have to be really careful. So I always use another spoon to help me get it turned over. I don't want to splash any of this oil on me. There you go. And we'll keep letting this cook. I'll probably turn it over one more time. Just for the crispy, make sure the outside is crispy, and then when I get ready to put in my next batch, I'll come back. See, these are nice and golden brown on both sides, and I'm going to go ahead and take these out now and put them on my wire rack so they can start draining and cooling down, and then I'll add another batch. And we'll keep doing this until they're all done. They turned out really well. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and add some more. 4 more in here. I still have this on like a medium low. You don't need to go any higher than that. You want your cornbread to cook, so you don't want it to cook too fast because it won't cook right in the center. So take your time with these. Don't rush them. And be careful when you're using cast iron of the temperature, because it can get away from you real quick. Okay guys, so these are all done. They're all ready to be devoured. This is how much that batch made for me. Now these are a little bit on the big side, so you want more, you just make them a little bit smaller. But this is my hot water cornbread. I have people standing in line waiting for them right now. They're going to be gone in minutes. And so, somebody's taking one right now. It's hot. That's the one that just got out the stove. Anyway, here you go. This is my hot water cornbread. Thanks for joining my cooking channel today. Make sure that you subscribe, like, and hit that notification button so that you can be reminded every time I upload a video. Thank you so much. Enjoy.